Let's see if that'll be enough light. It won't be for my eyes, but we'll work with it the best we can. Try to do this. Let's see if this will be better. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, there we go. What's up, everybody? I know it's late. I just wanted to have a discussion with y'all. That's all. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. Hey, Sun Energy. Look at everybody woke. Know you need to be asleep. About that life. Peacock Homestead. Monica Johnson. Little Green Patch. Par. La Familia. Elijah. Shamira Customs. How you doing? Big Bad Bo. Sunday Backyard Farmer. My man. Land Lover. 99 Fabrication. Rick Jones. How you doing? Art Mays. Simply. La Portia. How you doing? Gratitude, how you doing? Amarosa, Karen, Fatima, Marsha, how you doing? Chris, Super Dad, how you doing? Polar Bear Cheryl, Katina Brooks, how you doing? Okay. Evolved, Clarence, how you doing? Martha Brown, Janice. All right, y'all pouring in tonight. Miss Virtual Girl. So I haven't had time to watch the other live. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Let's see who we got. Sonya, how you doing? Okay, let's see. Revealed Light. She Natural Homestead. Thank you, Elijah. Appreciate it. TLC in the garden. What's going on, my sister? Okay. We got that's enough for now. I'm just asking a question, and I'm hoping y'all can kind of answer it for me. All right. Here's the question. We're just going to talk facts for a minute. The facts are, I just filled up my truck today, this morning, when I was on my way to Freedom Makers. I got some work to get done here before I leave. And I put almost $100 in my truck. And usually to fill my truck up, I let sometimes, it's very rare, but sometimes I let it get to maybe a couple bars before it's empty, and that's rare. This time I done that. The reason I done it was because it was storming so bad the other day I didn't want to get out of my truck. Being lazy. But nevertheless, I just filled up at $3.59 a gallon. I know it's how much is the gas in your I can't do nothing but laugh. How much is the gas in your area? I'm just curious. It put a lot on my mind today. That's why I'm talking about it. $3.99 Polar Bear Cheryl. Bought that life, said my van was $85. Right. That, you know what? Mine, I know this gonna sound crazy. Mine was $78.77. Good God. $3.19. Pamela Townsend, where you live at? Missy Hawk, $3.89. All right. $3.75 a gallon for 2 ducat. Monica Johnson, 509. You must be in Cali. Marvel, $3.79. Revealed Light, $4.99 for diesel. Katina Brooks is $3.89 mid-grade. Where do you live again, Katina Brooks? I'm on my way. Think you in Texas? Little Green Patch, 389. Diesel in Detroit, 449. Just north of Detroit, 399. TLC, 359. How you doing, Peace Seeker? Peace Seeking. How you doing? Kimberly says 379. Von Wheel, 339. Good God. Omarosa's 405 a gallon. All right, I'm way behind in this list because y'all putting in prices up. Peacock Homesteads at $4.50 a gallon.
Motion detected at the front door. Motion detected at front door.
Okay, let's have a real conversation here. What are we going to do? Now, the reason why I'm asking, what are we about to do? What are we about to do individually, not as a whole unit? What are you about to do? That is my question to each and every one of us. And I'm not talking about we should come together as a people. No, I'm not doing that right now. Peace Seeker says Costco is $2.64 a gallon. I should have stopped at Costco before I came here. Jackie says diesel is $5.29 in South Carolina. I believe that. I didn't even look, but I believe. You know what I did? Because I filled up my diesel heater the other day. What are we going to do? Yours for yourself individually. I'm asking a question. Because I had a conversation with my wife yesterday when I finished cleaning up that trailer. She helped me finish the trailer. And that night going to bed, I got in the shower, got out. Terica, is that your name? Say pay and drive smart. That's your answer. Who else? Who else? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm just curious. I'm not. This isn't the kind of video that I got some kind of magic solution or nothing. I'm asking people individually, what are you about to do? What are you about to do? About that life said, I'm going to ride my electric bike as much as possible. That's a good one. Chris, work more remote from home. Will your job let you do it? Angela says, make every trip count, not running back and forth. Amen. What's your name? I can't pronounce your name. Going to limit driving or walk and catch the MARTA sometimes. You must be in Georgia. Little Green Patch, stay home more. No unnecessary trips. Reveal says, prepare and don't worry. I don't know what that means. I asked, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? The gas prices are now through the roof, and it's just the beginning. Like next week is probably, by next week, they're predicting in South Carolina, the gas is going to be over $4 a gallon, almost $5 a gallon in South Carolina. That's the prediction as of today. Let me see here. Let me go back up. So I want real answers, not prepare and don't worry. That's not a real answer. Since I work from home, my husband used my e-car sometimes. Okay. And let I'm gonna answer this, and then I wish I could write this down. Living off grid land is living off the land as much as possible. Okay. Walk more. We're carpooling smart. Smart. How you doing, Cynthia? Marvel Cooker says, I already work from home, only drive on Saturday and Sunday, can walk to the store from my house. Okay, that's a good one. Big Bad Bo says, I'm an owner operator. $330 today to fill up is crazy. Nothing I can do. TLC said, daughter is looking for a trailer to go on her bike. Oh, got you. Oh, so she can haul groceries and stuff and haul stuff around. Okay. Little Green Patch, bus pass. I feel that. All right. I'm just asking because I'm curious. Uh, hey, Karen and Thomas, how you doing? Okay. I'm also going to downsize on the amount of vehicles. I just paid 5 plate renewals. Who just said that? About that life. Let me tell you something about that life. Man, I'm with you. Do you know? Let me tell you something. When it comes to how many vehicles we own, I don't even know how many I own totally with motorcycles and everything. I just sold my Harley Davidson. I got a letter in the mail today that said you didn't register in the state of South Carolina, you didn't register your insurance on your RV, right? Cuz I haven't driven my RV in 2 years. Really? Really? I haven't driven my RV in almost 3 years. In 3 years. In 3 years, I haven't driven that thing. It's been sitting here. So I just keep renewing the tag, but I ain't paid no insurance. I dropped the insurance last year because I'm like, every year I put a new plate, new tags on this RV, and they still want me to insure it. I still have 2 mini bikes. I'm getting rid of all of that stuff. I got 2. I have my Jeep, my Tahoe, and my wife's Jeep. Man, I got to get rid of all this stuff, man, because it's costing me in maintenance. It's costing me in nonsensical. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what they're asking of us, and we have to abide by, but it's not helping us. So I had to see how I took that tone down real quick before I flew off the handle. It's time to let some stuff go. Okay. Missy Hawk says, I remember those high prices when I lived in Cali. I feel your pain. Oh my God. Okay, y'all. Look. Can say Lewis Smith said, I saw this coming years ago. Thanks to you, I bought a hybrid truck and work remotely. Let me tell y'all something. Hold on. VHM says, lead, I don't let my tank go under half. I refill it, make it tolerable. Then yeah. Sun Energy, top off when I get half a tank. It hurts when you are fully empty. Since I work another city from where I live, I don't see right. I don't like to take the bottom out. We need to sell a vehicle. Let me tell you, and see, I live somewhere it's freedom makers. This is totally somewhere else. So every time I got to get on the road, I got to fill up, and it's like, I mean, every time you see me here, I just filled my tank up. I have no choice. Hey, Locks and Land Homestead, how you doing? Uh, what Patrick says, I wonder how people making it. That's why I'm doing this video tonight, because I'm trying to figure out how are we all going to function. I'm going to release a video that's really, really topping this off. This video we're doing tonight. When I left home this morning, my wife, I was gonna put out a video, but I couldn't. I was gonna go live, but I couldn't. It was early in the morning, but I couldn't go live. I can't make this up. My wife comes downstairs. She's getting ready to go to work, and she works online, so it ain't, you know. She says, Did you did the lights go out again?" I'm like, why you think the lights went out? The lights are on. She said, "No, the internet is out." So this morning, all day the internet was out, and I thought it was just our router or something. How many other people have I guess the T-Mobile, we our new internet thing is through T-Mobile now. So it was Spectrum and T-Mobile, and I want to say Verizon. I'm gonna throw Verizon in there too because T-Mobile, Verizon, and Spectrum, none of it was working, and it just started working. That's another reason I'm going on right now. The only reason I'm doing it now because I'm on the Wi-Fi here. Let me see. Evolve says my internet was out last night. So everybody else's internet been okay all day? Okay. Shamira says Spectrum was out for me too. I had to call and reboot it. Well, my wife called and they said something was going on with the fiber optic cables. Landlover said have Spectrum and had trouble this morning. Karen and Thomas, theirs was off too. Shamir Customs, theirs was out. Okay. Jerish, I don't Jerry, I think it is. Says Xfinity was out for me. Okay, Two Ducats says Spectrum has been out. Let's see. Spectrum was out. Spectrum was out. Xfinity in Houston been out all day. The internet has been out. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I recorded a actual video that that I'm going to release tomorrow. We'll see. But I released a video about let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because it has everything to do with what we're talking about tonight. Nothing right now is going to get better. And I'm not saying that to sound hopeless. I'm saying that this is a trickle down effect. The things that we saw happen over the last 3 weeks have not it, the things we've been seeing, I'm gonna say over the last 30 days are just starting. We're just starting to see the effects of it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Motion detected at the front door.
We are literally just now starting to see the effects of what happened like 30 days ago. So I want you to understand, remember, 30 days ago. What is this? Week 3 of this mess? Week 3. This is week 3. So we're just now starting to feel the effects of like the first week of that mess. The second week is coming next week. There's no reversing it. And then the third week of this mess, we're going to feel 3 weeks down the line. So if we're hurting now, man, we're going to be taking a beating in 3 weeks. By the end of this month, by the 1st of April, first week of April, man, we all gonna take a lump. And everybody keep thinking, oh, it's not so bad for me. It's not so bad for me. And I keep thinking to myself, what is what don't you understand about how this works? Right now, I'm okay. You know, I feel a little bruised, but I'm okay. But I'm thinking about tomorrow. Okay, here's another question for you. What if this internet goes out and stays out? It's always a question on the back of your mind. I'm saying this because to me, the internet being down today was it was really inconvenient for me. It didn't make things impossible for me, but it was very inconvenient. And I told my wife, I said, I wonder. It's inconvenient for me and her. She couldn't do her job today because it takes the internet. So people like her and you, the internet going down indefinitely or for um, a serious amount of time is life altering. And this is where I was telling y'all where we have traded our humanity for technology. Technology and humanity was supposed to be working hand in hand. Technology was supposed to be helping us with humanity. That was it. That was all. Technology was not supposed to totally dominate humanity, meaning we should have always been like, hey, I can live without technology. I can make it without technology. That's how it should have been, right? It shouldn't be if I don't have technology, my world is going to crash. Shouldn't be like that. But that's where we are. Without technology, nothing works. And that's a doggone shame. With the internet going down the way it did, let me see what we got here. One day last week, the gas pump shut down randomly while I was at the pump. You know what? And they've started putting caps on the gas. You see that? They've started putting caps on the gas where you can, I think now the cap is you can only get $100 worth of fuel. I think that's a cap. I remember when I used to fill up my RV, it was 100 back in like 2020, 2022, and it never changed. I think it's $100 cap on most gas pumps. Kimberly says so many businesses depend on tech and internet operations. It will be devastating. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Um, Let me tell y'all, we are facing a future like we've only read about. And I want to say it may be even worse. We're in uncharted waters with what we're going through right now. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with the how the gas prices are right now. I have no idea because I don't know if everybody know. Hey, LD Crafty Mom, how you doing? Let me see. Say thanking the Most High for a four-cylinder. Yeah, that's why I keep that scooter. You know, when gas prices go up, everything goes up. Everything goes up. Groceries go up, food go up. Um, you know what's funny to me, and I'm not gonna go down that alley, but I just want to want to say something real quick. I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone, okay? I just want to touch on it. All of this was about the prices of eggs. I want us to I want us to just say, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Pick up the radio. There's one in my drawer and there's one downstairs. Can you hear me? I see you calling. I'm live. Oh, shut the fuck up. Okay, my bad. Low power, please charge. Okay, my bad. My battery running out. Give me 2 ticks. Welcome to the intercom. Damn, 8%. Jeez. Okay. Hey, honey, pick up the phone. Pick up the radio. Pick up the radio. I'm live right now. Pick up the radio. Can you hear me? Get the radio out of the room or get the radio downstairs. Honey, can you hear me? Get the radio out of the room or get the radio from downstairs next to my chair. I'm live. Okay. Hello? I'm here, honey. What's going on? Oh, I just tried to call you. You need to get the tags and whatever registration papers off the RV. Okay, I got them with me. I never put them on the RV. The new ones are in my truck. I'll bring them when I get home. Okay, is your phone not working? It is, but I'm live right now. Oh, okay. All right. All right, love you, honey. I'll see you when I get home. Okay, thank you. Okay, all right. Again, when the cell phones went out today, when the internet went out, Link, I'm in another state. I'm in another city and state. That's why I was like, wait a minute, because my phone went off, my video went off because my wife is trying to call me and she got emergency on here. So I had to make sure see what's going on because my son is home from college and I'm just keeping up with everybody. Right now, I can't afford no emergencies. I'm not at home. This 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 is what I've been telling y'all about all this time. This is that POC link. This is a two-way radio that only this is worldwide, worldwide, and you program who you want to talk to. So this ain't one of those ones where everybody can hear you. You put this in like a phone number, and this is who you want to talk to. So I'm telling you, that's that boy right there. Okay, good question. Is it expensive? It depends on how bad you need it. Okay. It depends on how. I'm not even gonna play that game anymore. It depends. Listen, it's 2026. What is not expensive? Now it's about what we need. It's not about what you want. It's about what do you need. Because when you need something, stop asking how expensive it is and start asking yourself, how am I going to get it? I'll put the link. I'll put the link in here afterwards, after the video, and I really need to be honest with y'all on that because everybody is always saying, "How much is it? How much is it? How much is it?" If you don't need it, don't ask how much it is. I'm telling you, if you don't need certain things in 2026, don't ask how much it is. Right now, the real question for everybody is, do I need that? If I need that, sorry for what? No. You didn't do nothing. Oh, that was you. This is not about. This is about what you need right now, right? This isn't this. This has nothing to do with say rapid radio works pretty good too. They do, but you got to pay for the worldwide. They got too many brackets that they want you to pay for to do the exact same thing that this one does for free. That's the only problem I have with rapid radio. They make you pay for something they should be giving their customers for free. That's the only problem I have with them. Okay. Now, so this is the thing. These days, we have to really truly start asking, man, do I need that? What do I need to accomplish or make it through this mess? That's it. What do I need? And we need to stop saying, I'm talking about the words that we use on a daily basis, really messes us up. Okay. Here's one right here. Um, One of them is, what do I need? And we say, what are we going to buy? What are we going to purchase? We need to get that out of our vocabulary when it comes to things you need. The things that you need. Listen, it makes a big it makes a big difference when you saying using your words, right? Am I going to purchase this? Am I going to buy this? Or am I going to invest in this? Things that you need, you invest in. Things that you need are investments. Things that you want, those are the things that you buy. What are the range on the miles? Worldwide, around the entire earth. right? That's right. You pay for what you want. You invest in the things that you need. I read this in a book and I start thinking that way from that point on. For instance, do I want to use my credit card for a Snicker bar, right? Do I want to pull out my American Express to purchase a loaf of bread? No, because there's too many things that you can do to get around that loaf of bread. You can fast. You can not eat bread at all. You can get some crackers. You can do anything else. When you talk about, do I need something? When you start talking about it needing something, that means investment. That means now you start talking about financing. Now you start talking about longevity. That's why I'm like, listen, don't when you start asking about the prices and stuff, if you don't need it and there's something cute that you saw on TV, don't be talking about I'm gonna just go buy that. It's something that you need. It's time to start trying to figure out how do I invest in that, right? So that's it. That's how I move. It works for me. You buy random trinkets every day, right? So what exactly are you going? Here you go. Here you go. Hey, Growing with Hudson. It's Growing with Hudson. I'm gonna hit you on the sideline. Okay, I give you the information. Now get this, y'all. Get this. If the grid goes down, there is no power. Remember something else. If the grid stays up, let's talk about that. If the grid even stays up, we always talk about the grid going down. We never talk about the grid staying up. If the grid stays up, but the prices of fuel goes up, energy prices go up. So the grid does not have to fully go down before it's going to come to a time where you got to say, I got to cut something off. With the grid go down, you ain't got no choice. But if you can't afford it, you ain't got no choice either. If you get to a point where you can't afford the light bill, something gotta play out. And I want to show you something. I want to show y'all something. Watch this. Watch this. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Watch this. I'm talking to y'all by candlelight. I'm not wasting that. If I didn't tell you everything in here runs off my solar, everything. And when you're here watching me at Freedom Acres, and sometime really at my house, you don't think twice about it. I took all of the normal light bulbs out of these lamps and I put those LED lights in the lamp that only uses like 4 or 5 watts. 4 or 5 watts that uses. I took those lights up in the ceiling and I took them out. And I put the same little bulbs in there. Uses only 3 watts. So when both of these lights is on, it's only using 6 watts. With both of these lights on, that's 4 watts apiece. So altogether, it's only 14 watts that all 4 of these lights burn. These 2 lamps and those 2 ceiling lights. 14 watts. I judged it that if when my TV is on, if I'm watching TV, that TV burns almost 100 watts to watch TV with the volume on high. So that's 100 watts. Then if I got a lamp on, that's 104 watts. So everything I do around here, I'm calculating. For instance, let me show you this. The reason I'm showing y'all this is because this is the reality that we all better start living in. I got some of these strip lights like this, right? And I cut them. This strip light right here uses, look, watch this. I'm gonna tell you, this runs off this little EcoFlow. You ain't gonna believe this. That strip light uses 4 watts. You see that? Y'all can't see that. Wait. That's using 4 watts. So, I'm going to show you something else that I did. And all of this is relative. Watch this. Bathroom light. I put one of those, a small LED like garage light in the bathroom. I don't even know how many watts it used because it has its own solar panel that I hooked up outside. So every single day, that little solar panel on the side of my cabin charges this light. So I never got to care about how much light I'm using in here. Okay? I got these little lights like this. They cost something like $6. And I just recharge them with the solar power generators. Little lamps to sit on each, my nightstand, my bathroom, because sometimes I don't need this big old light. Watch. Sometimes I don't need that big old light to come in here and pee or drop a deuce. All you need is a little, you want a little guidance. That's it. And the rest, oil lanterns, candles. Let me show you. I didn't even have to get up. You better get in the mood. Light these candles up. Stop playing with it. We have to start really, truly practicing this. If you're looking for dependable solar that I use every day.
Low power, please charge.
That must be dead. I use EcoFlow everything. Let me put this up. Okay. I use EcoFlow everything. So I wanted to make sure, say I need the link to that bathroom light. Okay. Simple, easy. Let me see. Little green patch. Yep, always telling my family to turn off the lights. Well, you know something crazy? When you got some solar, you don't gotta be so quick to cut the lights off. You know what I'm saying? If you got enough battery backup storage and you only burning 4 watts, or look, I'm about to cut on 6 watts, but y'all gonna be able to see me better, right? Watch this. That's 6 watts light up this whole house. 6 watts. The only thing that really uses any juice is the fans when they're on high take 40 watts. With the light and the fan on, it's 45 watts apiece. That's still 90 watts. With the lights on and both fans on high is only 90 watts. We got to start thinking like this. We have to. We have to. Because in the shoot, I was about to say in the coming up future, by next week, we are about to be y'all better buy some candles. We better buy some candles. So what say you? What say you? What do you think? What do you think would be better? If you're looking for EcoFlow, say I cut my electricity off a month ago and been living off grid with EcoFlow. It saves me $250 a month, and my sleep quality has also improved. I don't know about your sleep quality. Missy Hawk, I gotta get some candles. Get them candles. Look, my EcoFlow, I got the link in the description box. And I'm going to keep putting this link in the description box. I ain't even got nothing going on right now. But I'm going to keep putting EcoFlow and my code in the description box to save you some money. Because if you don't got no solar right now, man, you better rethink what you're doing. The way we going right now, it doesn't have to be um let me see. My Renaissance grandma said, you already know my light source is on point, and I still just bought 3 more light sources. Amen to that. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm telling you, look, get your. And I'm gonna do. Does anybody? Do I got any beekeepers in here? Any beekeepers? Or do you know any beekeepers? TLC says, I love my EcoFlow, but with the rising prices of Jackery and Van Power is about to be put into rotation too. Yes. If you can find a beekeeper or you're a beekeeper yourself, utilize the wax from those hives before the wax moths and the beetles get them. I take I just showed y'all the other day all the wax that I pulled out of my hives, and I melt it down. I got a big giant block of it. Melt that wax down out of a beehive and make candles. Make candles. Matter of fact, it just smells so good. That's why I like them. But to be honest with you, Crisco, Crisco, just, hey now, T-Nog, how you doing? It's good to see you. You up late too, huh? Go make a Crisco candle. I show how to make those few years. No, God, it's been, 6 years ago? Jamming a wick down in some Crisco. And that thing will burn for days, like a week. We running out of choices. right? So for me, I got a bunch of candles. I got, like Missy Hawk said, I have tons of candles. And honestly, you say I'm in bed though, that's okay. That's okay. You put in your work. It's time to chill. uh, Cosmic says I have 2 whole bins of candles. Absolutely. Absolutely. So my wife always goes to that one place. What is it? Something in the mall. And always got good smelling hand soap, and always got candles. Not Yankee Candle. Is it Yankee Candle? It's another place in the mall my wife goes a lot and get these candles like this. Uh Bed and Body Works. That's it. Thank you, T-Nog. That's her spot. She be in there like it's the club. I went every time she go to bed at Bath and Body Works. Man, Bath and Body Works be like a club in Chicago nightlife when you go in there. People in there, music jumping, people dancing, got an arm and a basket full of candles and all of that. So, hey, every time if I don't go with her, I'll be like, bring me a couple candles you think I like. And she bought me all the candles I have in here she bought for me. Couple of them up there I bought myself when I went with her. Yep, and they always on sale, and she always got a bunch of coupons. Light them up. Light them up, y'all. There is no reason that we should be wasting. I mean, you gonna put that little candle on there. There should be no reason that we wasting energy, because with the gas prices going up, your electric bill is going to go up. Your energy bill for your house is going to go up. No matter what you do, even if you're trying to conserve. My Renaissance grandma said I spent a fortune on Bed and Body Works. So glad I make my own now. That's good too. But they so dope. So I didn't want to come in here. I just wanted to actually ask the real people in here, like, what are your plans? What are your plans? Because for me, my plans is to purchase. That's a good one, Karen Wilson. I'm even melting down birthday candles to make fire starters like you showed us on with the cardboard. That's excellent. That cardboard thing is not my idea. That's something I saw on YouTube, and I said I want to do that. Matter of fact, a friend of mine sent me that video. Missy Hawk says, truth be told, I stopped buying them because I thought I had too many, but now I think I'll hit up the store again. You want to know a place? You want to know a place that always got candles? Tons of them. And they be like 10 cents for a big old Jesus candle. The Goodwill. The Goodwill always has those Jesus candles and Christmas candles that shaped like Santa Claus and stuff like that. Pumpkin candles shaped for Halloween. Go to the Goodwill and man. They be loaded with candles. The candles be gross. They look funny. They shape funny. You know, somebody half burnt them for Halloween night or something. And we walk right past that nasty stuff because they got candles, pots, toys. All of this is on the same shelf. You know, a toaster, a blender, some candles, some drawers, some pots, some all on one thing, right? Small Town says, I Lead Farmer, I just recently purchased EcoFlow Delta 3 Classic and the alternator charger. What solar panel do you recommend I get to charge the power station? You can get any solar panel you want. I don't have a recommendation for solar panels because I have tons of different brands out there. I got Renogy, I got Renogy. Hell, I got a bunch of different brands out there. So when it comes to solar panels, I got Harbor Freight, Renogy. Shoot, I can't even think all the names of them. So I just get as many solar panels as you can. If you want a straight up answer real quick, one that I love, it's not necessarily a suggestion. I'm telling you it's rock solid proven. The best solar panel that I own is a Harbor Freight 100-watt solar panel with the little kickstand so you can stand it up. That is what, I can't make this up. Harbor Freight. Those are my all-time favorite panels. And what I know now, I wish all of my solar panels were those Harbor Freight panels because they give you almost 90% on a crappy day. They might be dirty, have pollen on them. They still giving you anywhere from 80 to 90% efficiency. So they're my favorite. And I got all kinds out there. Will says, I've heard those are really good. Just watched a bunch of reviews. Go watch my video from years ago. And I was telling people, hey, yo, Harbor Freight, don't sleep. The only thing bad about that Harbor Freight panel is it has SAE connections. But every time I get some, I cut those SAE connections off and I put MC4 connections on there. Simple. Snip, snip, clip, clip. It just works. They work. And right now, if you don't have solar and you've been on the fence, right now is the time to cut the crap. It's time to cut the crap. Right? So, anybody got any questions? I'm going to tell you what I use. My setup here. Y'all want to know my setup? I'm going to ask you first instead of me just blurting stuff out. Would you like to know my setup here that runs this cabin? Okay. I'm going to tell you exactly. And I'm going to leave out the little things that I use for little stuff, okay? Like the little jackery up there, I'm gonna leave that out because that's nothing. Okay. My main power sources is y'all might want to write this down. To power this whole cabin, refrigerator, freezer, hot water tank, lights. What else I use? One porch light. Seems like it's more than that. Anyway, okay, here we go. I use the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 and a extra battery. The EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 with one extra battery. So that's giving me over 8,000 watt hours. That's giving me somewhere like 8,100. Okay? Now, stick with me. Now, I have that going right alongside with the EcoFlow dual fuel smart generator. Just for backup if the sun ain't out and I ain't running enough panels. I rarely use it, but when I need it, I need it. It takes gasoline or propane. So I have, remember, EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 with an extra battery and a backup dual fuel smart generator. They go hand in hand. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you how I got this set up because it's going to trip you out. I got that set up. It's hooked to the cabin, the main power switch on the cabin, okay? So that's connected to my fuse box. Listen close because it's about to get a little weird, okay? Stick with me. The EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 is connected to the fuse box on my cabin. That's my main power source. Now I have a secondary power source, which is the new EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra. Delta, let me show you. Where is it at? Right there. See it? That is 3,800 watt hours. So that's almost 4,000 watt hours right there. Why do I have that? There is my old EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. I'm not counting that one up there because I don't even use that for anything. The EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. I'm going to show you how I got this. I have that one. I'm sorry. I have the EcoFlow Delta Max 2 plugged in the wall. It takes a charge from the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 and the smart gas generator. It charges that. That charges that. I got them all daisy chained. It's a reason for this. Okay? The reason I got it hooked like that is because if the sun ain't out, I got 3 levels of energy that needs to run out. So that's, let's just say 8,000 watt hours of power that needs to diminish out there. Then I have 4,000 watts with the Delta 2 Max. Then I have another 4,000 watts with the Delta Pro Ultra here. So that means all of that has to diminish before my refrigerator, things of importance, my refrigerator and my internet. If my refrigerator and my internet goes out, mean I'm out of power completely. And if I look on my phone and my internet is off, I rush here because it's a problem. So I have it daisy chained for a reason. If my main power source goes out, I have one backup power source, Delta Max 2. If that one goes out, I have one last hope. And I always hook my internet to the very end of the caboose. I used to have my internet connected to my main power source. I thought that was smart. That's stupid. Because that's the first thing, that's the first energy to deplete. I end up putting my refrigerator and my Wi-Fi on the very last daisy chained EcoFlow product. That means if that goes out, there's a serious problem. Okay? Do I have any questions about how I got that set up? I know it seemed crazy, but when I tell you works perfection. Here's the other part. Now that it's summer, you don't necessarily need that many solar panels because the sun stay up longer, right? In the wintertime, I was running 2,000 watts of solar. I was trying to catch 2,000 watts of solar with 20 solar panels. So I was bringing in around 2,000 watts of solar to charge up everything. The solar, here's, listen close. I got 2,000 watts of solar running to my main power source, the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3. Okay? Now get this. Get this. I also have a separate solar panel that goes to this Delta Max 2. It all by itself. I think it's like a 400-watt panel just connected to that. Well, you probably like, well, Led, if you got 2,000 watts coming in to the main power source, why would you have 400 watts going to that and it's being charged by that? Because this is what happens. If my main power source is charging the Delta 2 Max, right? And it's bringing in 1,800 watts. That solar panel that's bringing in 400 watts means it's going to bring in that 400 watts. And now my main power source ain't got to bring in all that power. So I'm still conserving power out there. So that solar panel, here's the other thing. If anything happens to this power source, which I told you a couple of weeks ago, a deer came through here and kicked my wire and took the solar wire out of the generator. So I wasn't bringing in no power. And I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong with it? Good thing I gave that its own, the Delta 2 Max, its own solar panel because it's still bringing in power and feeding the EcoFlow Delta 3 Ultra. So it wasn't that much power, but it's enough to keep a charge and keep my refrigerator and my freezer going and to keep my lights going and keep my and my security. How did I forget that? Left that out. I was like, it's something else that my power go to. My power goes to my refrigerator, my freezer, my water tank, and my security cameras all around my land. So I can see everything on my land. That's why my security and my Wi-Fi has to be on point. Period. Okay. Let me see. Let's get some questions because I see some questions. I think I did anyway. Hey, my own beautiful, how you doing? Let me see. Miss Virtual Girl says, when will you give the instructions on setting up a system like yours? Several years ago, you mentioned you was going to do. Yeah, I was going to do that several years ago, and it was just a bunch of weirdos in the room that made it bad for everybody. So I just let that go. I couldn't get nobody to join the class. They said they wanted to learn, but when I was asking questions, wasn't nobody saying nothing but the trolls and the weirdos. So I just said clearly nobody wants to learn. So now we do that privately, and I hold private classes. We have private camps, and those people I know listen, and those people want to know. Okay, hey Goldilocks, how you doing, my sister? So the people that join my membership club, That's a new thing for me, but we've had a private camp club now for the last 2 years, and that's where I do all of that stuff at. The beekeeping classes, the hunting, the trapping, the fishing, the camping, all of that private stuff, the solar, all of that, we hold all of that in a private club. Okay, good. That's a good question. What's your name? K 1717. Um, I'm not using any plugs. I'm literally plugging the AC cord into the wall, which is being run by the main power source. Then I take the other AC plug and put it in the back of the other EcoFlow. One EcoFlow AC plug is going to the other. That's it. You don't need nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. You don't need to know how which wires go DC wire. Nope. I'm losing power by doing that, but that's fine by me because it's simple. It's so simple, and I don't have to think about what wire is working, what wire is broken. What I don't have to look for anything, right? So all of this is let me see. All of this is real and simple. So real simple. So you can just plug and play. You don't got to be worrying about a whole bunch of different wires. You ain't got to be fully 100% knowledgeable on solar connections, MC4s, and all of that. You don't need to even need to know that. You welcome, Goldilocks. Let me see. Urban Backyard says, Leg, can you answer the alternator Wi-Fi question? What's the alternator Wi-Fi question? Revealed Light says, my question is, when you live in the north, like Minnesota, we do not get as much sunshine during the winter. Would we want to have more power and solar panels on our set? You need as many solar panels as your unit can fit. You need to what they call over panel. That's the best advice I can give you is to over panel your system. If you over panel your system, you'll always be getting way more solar than you need. And if you're not getting as much sunlight and it doesn't last as long up there, you really, you really want to get as much power as you can get, as fast as you can get it. Because if you only got a limited amount of time for your sunlight, you need as many panels as you can get. Urban Backyard says, do you need Wi-Fi to work the EcoFlow alternator, or can it be controlled manual? Um, you have to use it through an app. The EcoFlow alternator charger has to be used with the app. Now, you can use that, you can download that app, set it to the way you want it, and then erase it, but that's foolish. That's foolish. Okay? Either you're gonna use the app or you're not. It's about that simple. You're welcome, Khaki, I think it is. Okay. We almost out here. Any last questions, y'all? Did you have any or did you have any suggestions? What are we gonna do? Solar is the answer for me. I'm telling you, for me. Uh, if that app goes down, will it not work? It'll work, but it will. What you mean if the alternator charger? Yeah, if the app goes down or something goes down, it won't work. No. You said, do you not use the battery setup you showed a few months back? What battery setup are you referring to? Do you have any um do you have any security camera suggestions? No, I don't. Something like that with the alternator. I'm what was that? What's that, Alicia? Goldilocks says it's clean energy and simple. Technology in this regard is a win. It's simple. Thank you, Kimberly Butler. Said thank you for the information, Led. I really appreciate you explaining your setup. It helped me know what we need for this household. Listen, is my Renaissance grandma said the Redodo battery. I have one. That's spare backup storage. I keep them at about 90% full at all times. Yeah, the Redodo battery. The reason why we're talking about this is because Sun Energy says, I am going to have to rewatch the setup and finalize my notes. I like this setup. You know what I'm gonna try to do, Sun Energy? I'm gonna I'm gonna redo it and put it all in one room so everybody can see it. Because this way you can't see how I really got it all hooked up. But I'm gonna redo it so and make it so everybody can see. Okay. Urban Backyard Homestead said the Redodo Life Pole battery with the EcoFlow alternator and the solar panel to charge. That's what I had hooked up before. Okay. Let's see. Led, did you not mention once the alternator can be used as a backup chargers? Did I not mention once the alternator can be used as a backup charger? Yeah, we already talked about that. Mhm. LD LD Crafty Mom says, Led, please tell everyone to check all of their equipment and make sure they are charged up. That's good. Recommendation for a battery that can be stored outdoors for long periods of time. Basically, something that can handle the humidity, waterproof, dustproof. There is no such thing. That battery is made to handle that stuff. Now, not not sinking it underwater and stuff, but it's made to handle. Just imagine your car battery. Your car battery inside your car is outside 24/7, 365, right? Little Green Patch said would like to see your electrical box hook up the solar generator. I'm gonna hook up a little setup so I can show y'all how this is set up. Okay. Let me see. Trina says, I believe my energy company has turned off my solar. My bill has went from $26 to $288 in a month. You must have got one of those solar setups that they sold you where they can actually have control over your power. I've been begging people not to buy those for the longest, cause that's not real. They sold everybody a scam. Peace Seeking says, honestly, I need my adult children to help me, but none of them live in my state and they have their own lives. That's pretty much all of our children right now, if you're around my age or older. So even if you buy your own solar, you need to hook it up to the meter. No, you do not. The meter belongs to the electrical company. You do not if you hook up solar for your own, for yourself, for your home, for you do it. You don't hook up a meter that the city reads or the power company reads, because that has nothing to do with them anymore. Say I'm in Florida and they came to my house trying to sell solar. That's what they've been. Hell, I told y'all a lot of times. I had a friend that was his job, and when he told me how it works, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because trust me, I thought I wanted some of that solar once too, until I realized you don't own it. It don't belong to you, and it's connected to the grid too. So when the grid goes out, your lights go out. That's not real solar to me. That's a sham. That's what they call a solar farm because they put. Imagine this. I'm growing a garden in your yard using your grass, your yard, but you can't harvest it. I just give you a little bucket of apples, but every season I come and harvest all that food and I sell it to your neighbors and you only get a little bucket of it. That's how that works. Let me see. They said they telling us in Detroit it's illegal if we hook up without going to the grid. That's why I moved. Tony say you talked about not buying solar from those companies a while back, and I keep repeating it at least once a year. Okay. Old man says just purchased 400-watt EcoFlow bifacial solar panels. Now I need the cable 100 feet. Okay. Say Alicia say my manager is laughing at me when I showed her a picture of the e-tricycle, but we will see who will be laughing in the end. You know why? You know why people laughing at the three-wheel bikes. Because back in the day, the only people that rode a three-wheel bike had certain issues, certain mental issues. That's why. And that stigma has just set everybody in a terrible, they put that in a terrible light. Ali Danny says, I'm in Detroit and have an off-grid server rack system. who are you telling that you got all of this? Cause that's the only way they'll know, really. Thank you, Tony. They've been rocking with you for a while. Thank you for that. Christy says, do you have a recommendation on solar panels and setup? Because I'm in the process of getting property started in Kentucky. Um, I've already talked. If you go back and watch this video, I gave my recommendation or things that I use. Not necessarily a recommendation, but the things that I use, and that's what we've been talking about for the last good hour. Okay. Do you use solar only in emergencies? I have an EcoFlow system, but I have not used it for normal circumstances. No, I use my solar every single day, not just for emergencies. I use my solar system, my EcoFlow system to live just regular right now. The lights and everything, how I'm living right now is through solar. What EcoFlow has a sale on panels? You can go to their website and check it out. I have a link in the description box right now. I'll save you a little bit of money on it. Thank you, Christy. I really appreciate that. So my nephew is an engineer and he wants to learn how to set up like you. We were approached by a solar company back in 2015, but sales explained they would own the system. No, you do not. Oh, you own the panels. You do own the panels. Absolutely. Hey, Bougie, how you doing tonight, sister? It's refreshing to see you. You own the panels, and that's all you own. There is no system built in your house that you own at all. When they hook this thing up to your house, they hook up panels. They hook those panels and wire them down to a meter. That meter is fed back into the grid. You have no battery bank backup storage connected to your home at all. Thank you, Allie Danny. Thank you. Appreciate that. Wait, let me see. There we go. So you got me started on this journey. Well, come on. I'll help you all the way through it. Let's see. Karen says, my husband talks the talk, but he is not on board. I will be the one saving us. I bought the land's white paint for the shingles, the white roof, lower your attic up to 30%. Okay, okay. I'm telling y'all, it works. I'm living proof it works. Even at my house, when you see them lights on around me, man, usually that's solar. That is solar running that stuff. I just don't be blaring my HVAC system has been off for the last 2 weeks. I won't run it. Put on a coat, put on some covers. All right. Any last questions before we go? I'm going to say this before I go. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all of y'all. You want to know why? I've heard so many people in here say, Led, you taught me this, you taught me that. I learned this, I learned that. My family, you want to know something? Y'all taught me something too. Man, y'all taught me something too. And I want to take a moment to say thank you. And I'm talking to absolutely every single person in here. Let me see. What was that? Hold on. Uh, Thank you, Christy. Thank you. You say, I remember catching one of your lives while you were on a cruise. First time I saw you, I think people around me were like, what is she listening? No, I wasn't on a cruise. I was at my condo in Florida. I was probably around the pool. No, when you see me like that, I'm in my condo. Um, Thank you yesterday. Say, love your wisdom. You got me on track. Thank you. So, say, I lost my job of 24 years helping educated youth. People are like, what you gonna do? I said, live by humble means. Our ancestors taught us a lot. Thank you for that. Thank you. And you know, you want to know, Victoria said, I bought solar units because of you. Let me thank you, Goldilocks. Let me tell you why I'm thanking y'all. Because I'm in the process of learning. I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything. I know what I know, and that's it. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm starting to learn. Oh, you were on a cruise. Okay, okay. What I'm starting to learn is patience. And you have to deal with people and talk to people and go back and forth with people to learn patience. And patience is a very, very hard virtue. That's a very hard skill to have. But all of y'all teach me patience from either telling me to stay patient or be patient or testing my patience. And I guess it's all up to me on the way I react or not react. So I want to thank everybody in here. I mean, listen, absolutely every single one of you, I want to say thank you. From the people that don't like me, from the people that love me, thank you. I've been taking it the wrong way for a long time, and I'm finally starting to see what I'm supposed to do. You ever felt that way? Been feeling like you don't really know what's going on, like you lost your path, you lost your way? And I have been feeling like that for a while, but you know what? I'm starting to remember. Y'all are reminding me what I'm supposed to be doing. What path am I on? And sometimes it's that, what do they call it? That aha moment. You you just wake up all of a sudden. Uh Let me see. Missy Hawk said, you know I have my full appreciation, brother. Hey man, thank you, sister. Thank you. Sometimes you had an aha moment, y'all, and I think I've hit it. I get it. What's the line? Be Let me think. Be slow. Y'all finish this for me. Be slow to speak and no. What how it go? Be slow. Is it be swift to speak? What is it? Y'all tell me, because I need your help right now. Is it be swift to speak? Be quick to listen. That's it. Be quick to listen and slow to speak. Swift to hear. That's it. Swift to hear and slow to speak. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. And it's one something to anger and be slow to anger. Be swift to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Ain't that y'all tell me? And slow to anger. Okay. 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 All right. See, I told you. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So that's helping me because I'm like a firecracker, man. It didn't used to take much to set me off, and I'm learning through those scriptures. That's a scripture that I need to practice. We talk a lot. James 1, I'm gonna read that before I go to bed. Be slow to wrath. That's the one. Different than anger. That's the one that I was thinking of, bourbon, bubblegum. That's the one. That's the one. I'm just trying to, I need to practice that. Okay? I need to chill and really think about what I'm about to say before I'm about to say it and who I'm about to say it to. And do a little more listening. James 1:19. Know this, my beloved brothers. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Amen. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I need it. James 1:19. Know this, my beloved brothers. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. I need to take a screenshot of that so I can get that back. I need to go read that. Thank you. I need to practice that. Okay. And the reason I say that is if you let people control your emotions, you're a puppet. Think about it. You're a puppet if you let people control your emotions. That means um you're not practicing those scriptures at all. That's self-evident. So that's self-evident to me that I did. Look, I'm listening. You said James 1:19. I need to go read that. I need to study that. I need to practice that because that's exactly what I need. And that's the only way that I'm going to be able to get back on track and get on my path. Because until you learn how to stay on your square, it's going to be easy for anybody to knock you off your path. Right? And I'm not letting that happen no more. I'm not letting it happen no more. You know what this reminds me of before I go? You know what this reminds me of, y'all? It reminds me when I was in high school. When I was in high school, and you know some kids over in the back corner somewhere cutting up, throwing pencils and throwing erasers and cutting up. The teacher is talking. You're trying to listen. You're trying your hardest to listen, right? But you cannot ignore the noise in the back corner. So you turn around, look, you turn around to see what they doing. You telling them to be quiet, but the teacher catch you turned around and you the one get in trouble. That's me. That's how I've been feeling. That one distraction while you trying to move forward. Your grade drops because you're so worried about what they're doing. I remember being in high school and looking at other students, keep looking at the board when we had chalkboards. Remember that? Writing everything on a chalkboard, writing in their notes, looking at the teacher. Me, I'm so swift to anger that I'm like, hey, would y'all shut the hell up? I'm always turning around and telling them to stop, telling them to shut up, even though I'm doing something good and righteous. I don't even realize that I'm disrupting the class just as much as they are. So the teacher didn't see them. The teacher saw me because I'm sitting right here in front of her. So she think I'm the problem, but I'm so busy trying to tell her that they're the one. She don't care about what they doing. She didn't catch them. She caught me. I don't care how you look at it, it's a distraction. And that's exactly what I'm learning all over again. Those students that used to sit next to me was like, I don't even care if them dudes in the back corner fall out the window from this third story. I'm not turning around. I'm going to keep writing these notes and listening to what she's saying so I can pass that test Friday. That's why they pass with A's, and that's why I either got a C or a D. And I'm learning just now. Believe it or not, I'm 53 years old. I am just learning. Nothing has changed. The lesson that I learned in high school, freaking 30, 40 years ago, is the same lesson that I'm learning now in my 50s. I'm watching other people surpass me because I'm too focused on the idiots in the back room making all the noise. I'm so busy trying to address them and to get them to quiet down that I'm the one that's losing. My grades are dropping. I'm starting to fail because I'm trying to control the uncontrollable. These dudes can't be controlled. So I'm practicing looking at this freaking chalkboard, listening to this teacher, and take these notes so I can pass this test. Remember, I'm practicing though, okay? I just got to practice on not letting people throw me off my square, man. Because this is a new world, and those dudes making all the noise in the back room, they just come in different forms now. That's all. That noise and that rhetoric, it just come in different forms now. And I need to be aware and recognize that so I can act accordingly. And be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger, or like y'all said, slow to wrath. I'm gonna have to practice that. That's gonna take a lot of work for me. Okay. But I appreciate y'all for giving me that. I appreciate y'all for being patient with me. That's the other thing I need to practice, my patience. Thank you for being patient with me. Because I know, and I think I'm going to speak, I'm going to try to universally speak for most content creators. We go through a lot that we don't tell you. We go through stuff in our lives that we don't share with you. But you can almost see it written on our faces that something is wrong. Something is off. But once you start sharing all too much personal stuff with the world uses it against you. That's why a lot of us content creators don't tell you absolutely everything. But I'm telling you right now, there has been a healing process going on with a lot of different content creators. Somebody called me the other day and they said that I need to basically in a nutshell do what they say because I'm a TV personality and I shouldn't be lashing out at people. And that got me. I'm not a TV personality. I don't make millions and millions of dollars to dance for people. I'm a human being. I have feelings, I have emotions. So for somebody to say I need to basically in a nutshell what they said was do whatever people tell me to do because they pay me to do it. What have we become? Where you think that if you pay me enough money, I have to do whatever you tell me to do. Just because there's other content creators out there that'll do that sick stuff. And there's some content creators out there right now. They made them. How can I say that without saying they made them island boys do a whole bunch of weird stuff. Y'all know them island boys, them weird the little dudes. They made them do some weird stuff for $1 million. Did y'all hear about that? That's a lot of content creators, man. People will be watching them on this thing right here and tell them, hey, y'all y'all make good with one another and we'll send you $100,000. I seen that mess on a movie, the Black Mirror. Did y'all see Black Mirror? Where the dude was trying to save his wife's life, and he became a content creator, and the viewers was making him do all kind of stuff for money just so he could keep getting medicine for his sick wife. Did y'all see that? And I said to myself, this ain't even funny. That's exactly what's happening on social media right now. People will pay anything to make you make a fool out of yourself and you can never erase it. So, there it is, right? So anyway, I ain't gonna keep y'all up no more. I just wanted to talk to you. Just put something on your mind. What you gonna do? Man, I think I'm gonna wake up and gas is probably gonna be $4 a gallon in the morning. I think by the end of this weekend, the gas in South Carolina will be $4 a gallon. I don't know how I'm gonna keep this up. I just don't know. I don't have a clue. I'm gonna take some money. I'm gonna fill up the rest of my gas cans, and I got a bunch of them. And I'm gonna put some of that longevity juice in there. And I'm just gonna sit on as much gas as I can sit on, and fill up all my propane tanks, top them off, and just see where this thing goes, man. This is horrible. This is horrible. This is unthinkable. God, this is horrible, man. All for egos. All for flexing, muscle flexing and egos. Because nobody still knows why we fighting. Uh, they can't even tell you why. Everybody, enjoy your night. Uh, if you're looking for solar power, I have EcoFlow discount coupons in the description box. I have told you everything I use. I use the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3, the with the spare battery. the dual fuel smart generator, I use the EcoFlow Glacier, the EcoFlow Wave, and the EcoFlow Ultra House Unit. That's what I use. If you have any questions, please ask me, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. With that being said, Lead Farmer 73, stay safe, stay sane. I love you, and I'm out. Good night, everybody. Peace.